Debt. It's a word that often carries a negative connotation, conjuring images of financial struggle and sleepless nights. But what if I told you that debt, when used strategically, can be a powerful tool for wealth creation? Debt isn't a dirty word, if you know how to use it. It's about understanding the difference between liabilities that hold you back and assets that propel you forward. Most people fear debt because they only know the kind that keeps you broke, the kind that buries you under a mountain of financial stress. Bad debt. Bad debt is borrowing for things that lose value the moment you acquire them. It's borrowing for things that don't make you money, things that simply drain your resources. Like new cars, which depreciate rapidly as soon as you drive them off the lot. Vacations, that provide temporary enjoyment but offer no lasting financial benefit. Or the latest gadgets that become obsolete within a year or two. It drains your bank account with interest and leaves you with nothing to show for it, except maybe a pile of quickly depreciating possessions. Good debt is the opposite. It's a strategic tool used to build wealth and generate income. It's money you borrow to buy assets that grow in value over time, or generate a consistent stream of income. The wealthy use good debt to get richer. They understand how to leverage borrowed money to create more wealth. Think mortgages for rental properties, where the rental income covers the mortgage payments and generates passive income. Student loans for high-earning careers that significantly increase your earning potential over your lifetime, or business loans for profitable ventures that allow you to expand your business and increase your revenue. The key? The asset pays for itself, and then some, generating a positive return on your investment. Here's the quick breakdown, a simple way to differentiate between the two. Bad debt buys depreciating stuff, has high interest, and gives you no return. It's a financial black hole. Good debt buys appreciating assets, has manageable interest, and makes you money. It's a wealth-building engine. Understanding this difference is the first step towards financial literacy. To thinking like an investor, not just a consumer. It's about making informed decisions that benefit your long-term financial health. The rich don't avoid debt, they master it. They use it as a tool to accelerate their wealth accumulation. If you want to change your financial future and break free from the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, start by changing how you see debt. Reframe your perspective and recognize its potential. Don't fear it. Learn to use it strategically and responsibly. That's the million-dollar difference. It's the difference between being trapped by debt and using it to build wealth. Let's talk leverage. It's a term you've probably heard, but do you really understand its power? Leverage is the secret sauce of wealth, the key ingredient that separates the financially comfortable from the truly wealthy. It's about making your money work harder for you. Leverage means using borrowed money to invest, amplifying your potential returns beyond what you could achieve with your own capital alone. And it's why real estate creates so many millionaires. Real estate in particular offers a unique opportunity to leverage your investment. Imagine buying a $500,000 house. It's a significant purchase, but let's break down how leverage comes into play. You put down $100,000, which is your initial investment in this property. The bank lends you $400,000, covering the remaining cost of the house. This is the leverage at work. You now control a $500,000 asset with just a fraction of your own cash. You have access to the entire value of the property, despite only paying a portion of it up front. If the house goes up 20% in 5 years, a reasonable expectation in many markets, it's worth $600,000, a substantial increase in value. That's a $100,000 gain on a $100,000 investment. You doubled your money, even though the house only grew by 20%. This is the magic of leverage in action. That's positive leverage. It allows you to amplify your gains significantly. You get all the upside, not just on your down payment, but on the entire value of the asset. Meanwhile, your mortgage payments build equity as you pay down the loan, further increasing your ownership stake. You win two ways. It's a powerful combination of factors working in your favor. The house appreciates in value over time, increasing your net worth, and your debt shrinks as you diligently make your mortgage payments. This isn't a trick, it's financial literacy in action, understanding how to use debt strategically to build wealth. Smart use of debt can turn a small investment into real wealth, creating a foundation for long-term financial security. The wealthy use leverage to amplify their returns, often employing sophisticated strategies to maximize their gains. You can too, if you use it wisely, understanding the risks and rewards involved. Leverage is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or ill. Use it to build a strong financial foundation, not to bury yourself under a mountain of debt. That's how fortunes are made, by understanding and effectively utilizing the power of leverage. Debt isn't just for buying houses like the ones you see here. It's a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for simple tasks or for incredibly complex and lucrative strategies. Billionaires like Jeff Bezos, one of the wealthiest individuals in the world, understand this principle intimately. They use debt, not as a burden, but as a strategic instrument to unlock and amplify their fortunes. Bezos's wealth isn't sitting in a bank account, it's primarily tied up in Amazon stock, a massive amount of Amazon stock. If he were to simply sell off large chunks of that stock to access cash, he'd be hit with a massive tax bill, significantly reducing the amount he actually gets to use. Instead of selling, he borrows against his stock. He leverages his existing assets to gain access to capital without triggering those hefty tax consequences. And here's the kicker. Banks love lending to individuals like him, offering super low interest rates because the risk is perceived as minimal. This financial maneuver is called a securities-backed loan, a common strategy among the ultra-wealthy. The cash he borrows through this method isn't considered taxable income because fundamentally it's a loan, not income. It's a temporary influx of capital that needs to be repaid, but it avoids immediate taxation. With this borrowed capital, he can buy anything his heart desires, invest in new opportunities, or fund entirely new ventures and innovative projects. All of this is achieved without selling a single share of his Amazon stock, preserving his ownership and control. Now, if his stock grows at a rate faster than the interest he's paying on the loan, he essentially profits even more from the arrangement. It's a strategic financial play. He keeps his assets intact, strategically avoids taxes, and, in a way, gets paid to borrow money. This is the ultimate sophisticated use of good debt that works for you, not against you. The rich understand this power and consistently use debt to strategically grow their wealth and legally sidestep significant tax liabilities. So, what's the key takeaway, the core lesson here? Don't just passively work for money, trading your time for a fixed income. Instead, focus on building and leveraging assets that work for you, generating income and wealth even while you sleep. That's how the wealthy play the game, and it's a game you can learn to play too. Want to build wealth with real estate? Meet the BRRRR method: buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. First, buy a fixer-upper below market value. Next, rehab it, renovate to boost its worth. Then rent it out for steady cash flow. Now refinance, get a new loan based on the higher value, pay off your original loan, and pull out your investment. Finally, repeat the process with your recycled cash. You end up with a cash-flowing property and little or none of your own money left in the deal. This is how investors build portfolios fast. The secret? Use short-term debt to create long-term wealth. BRRRR turns one deal into many, if you're disciplined. It's not just for pros. Anyone can learn it. That's how you multiply your assets with smart debt. Inflation is usually seen as the enemy, but for borrowers, it's a secret weapon. Take out a fixed-rate mortgage today. Your payment stays the same for 30 years. As inflation rises, your salary and prices go up, but your payment doesn't. Over time, that payment feels smaller and smaller. You're paying back the bank with cheaper dollars. Meanwhile, your house likely increases in value. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe and like for more content like this. Keeping pace with inflation, your debt shrinks in real terms but your asset grows. This is why fixed-rate loans are so powerful. Inflation quietly erodes your debt for you. The rich use this to their advantage, and so can you. Lock in low rates, let inflation do the work. That's how you turn a cost into a financial advantage. Ready to use debt as a tool? Start by building your credit score. Your credit score is your financial passport. It tells lenders if you're trustworthy. A high score gets you the best rates. A low score costs you thousands. Here's how to build it. Get a credit card, use it for small purchases, and pay it off in full every month. Never carry a balance, ever. Always pay bills on time. Late payments crush your score. Keep your credit utilization low, ideally under 10%. Don't max out your cards. Over time, these habits build a strong credit profile. Good credit unlocks mortgages, business loans, and more. It's the foundation of smart borrowing. Start now. Your future self will thank you. With great credit, you're ready for the big leagues of good debt. With good credit, you can borrow at low rates. Now put that money to work. The goal: invest borrowed money in something that earns more than the loan costs. This is called a positive spread. Real estate is the classic example. Use a mortgage to buy a home or rental, let appreciation and rent pay off the debt. Or invest in your education or business. If the returns outweigh the loan, it's good debt. Always do the math, know your costs, project your returns, and be conservative. Only borrow for assets with clear positive returns. Don't gamble, plan. Used wisely, debt accelerates your path to financial freedom. Make your borrowed money work harder than you do. That's the engine of wealth. Good debt builds wealth, bad debt destroys it. Avoid high-interest credit cards and loans for things that lose value. Never carry a credit card balance. Interest will eat you alive. Don't finance new cars or luxury items that depreciate fast. Buy used, pay cash, or keep loans short and small. Before borrowing, ask, will this make me wealthier long-term? If not, walk away. Discipline and delayed gratification are your best defenses. Say no to impulse buys and social pressure. Avoiding bad debt keeps your financial runway clear for real opportunities. Debt isn't good or bad, it's a tool. Used carelessly, it's a trap. Used wisely, it's a lever for wealth. The difference is discipline and education. The wealthy use debt to control assets, amplify returns, and build passive income. You can too, if you respect the risks and play smart. Start by building credit and learning the difference between assets and liabilities. Save for investments that grow or pay you back. Start small, be patient, and keep learning. Change your relationship with debt and you change your future. Don't let debt control you. Make it work for you. The choice is yours. Fear debt or master it. Used wisely, debt can unlock financial freedom. That's the real secret of the wealthy.